Good day, here are today's top stories from the Pna Headlines. The Philippines maintains its stance for protecting its national interest in the West Philippine Sea and will not instigate confrontation or conflict. Defense Secretary Gilberto Teodoro Jr. reiterated on Monday President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s statement that the government will do what it must to protect its sovereignty and rights from the actions of parties that may violate Philippine interests. He said the Department of National Defense supports the president in the matter and will continue fulfilling its mission to defend the country's territory and sovereignty. The president earlier said in a press briefing that the Philippines has no plans of backing down in the West Philippine Sea despite the recent increase in Chinese naval activity. Marcos and Teodoro's remarks come amid continued tensions in the West Philippine Sea, which is included in China's claims over the whole South China Sea. Beijing refuses to honor the 2016 ruling by the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague, Netherlands, invalidating such a claim. Meanwhile, the Philippine government continues to follow its policy to assert sovereignty and protect the country's maritime interests through constant patrols around the West Philippine Sea. The Philippines and Canada have agreed to strengthen their partnership in agriculture and fishery. Agriculture Secretary Francisco Q. Laurel Jr. and Canadian Agriculture and Agri-Food Minister Heath MacDonald led the signing of a joint statement on technical collaboration in a high-level meeting at Conrad Manila Hotel in Pasay City on August 3. The deal between the Bureau of Plant Industry and the Canadian Food Inspection Agency involves cooperation in plant health, capacity building, scientific and regulatory advancement, and the exchange of innovation. The two parties also discussed food security, free trade negotiations, high-value crops, and measures against African swine fever or ASF. In a statement, Q. Laurel said, Canada remains a vital partner in pursuing a more globally competitive agriculture sector. He noted that the Philippines exported $148 million worth of agri-fishery goods to Canada, its strongest performance in 5 years. Meanwhile, trade between the Philippines and Canada hit $2.39 billion from 2020 to 2024, with a peak of $568 million in agricultural trade in 2022. The Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD, has dispatched over 2.1 million family food packs to aid those affected by the southwest monsoon and tropical cyclones Krising, Dante, and Emong in July. DSWD spokesperson Irene Dumlao said the DSWD continues its disaster relief operations in line with the directives of President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. to look after the families and individuals most affected by calamities. Dumlao said they continue to collaborate with local government units and sectoral groups. This as DSWD Secretary Rex Gatchalian ordered to stay vigilant, especially during the typhoon season. The weather systems hit more than 2.8 million families or 10.3 million individuals in 18 regions. The DSWD has so far provided more than 1.4 million pesos in humanitarian aid, which include family food packs and non-food items such as hygiene kits, tents, water containers, and sleeping gear. It has also provided financial aid to over 10,000 beneficiaries under the Assistance to Individuals in Crisis Situation, along with psychosocial aid to over 1,500 individuals, including women, children, and vulnerable groups. Meanwhile, Dumlao assured the public that the DSWD has ample supply of food packs in preparation for Typhoon Gorio. She said the DSWD has more than 1.9 million family food packs as stockpiles in various warehouses nationwide, which they continue to replenish. As of 11 a.m. today, Typhoon Gorio continues to move westward at 25 kilometers per hour over the West Philippine Sea, packing maximum sustained winds of 120 kilometers per hour near the center and gustiness of up to 150 kilometers per hour. Gorio was spotted 560 kilometers east of Itbayat, Batanes. Tropical cyclone wind signal number 1 is raised over Batanes. Rough to moderate seas have been reported around Batanes and Babuyan Islands. Pag-asa said Gorio is expected to make landfall over the eastern coast of Taiwan tomorrow afternoon and leave the Philippine area of responsibility by tomorrow evening. The Department of Information and Communications Technology, or DICT, launched the National Fiber Backbone, or NFB, Phases 4 and 5 projects in Butuan City on Monday. DICT Secretary Henry Aguda led the project launch, which is part of the agency's Philippine Digital Infrastructure Project, or PDIP. This is the first digital infrastructure program supported by the World Bank with a total investment of 16.1 billion pesos. The project is designed to speed up the deployment of broadband access nationwide. The Phases 4 and 5 of the NFB will connect 772 unserved areas in most parts of Mindanao, including Caraga region. DICT's Infrastructure Management and Cybersecurity Undersecretary Paul Joseph Mercado said that the achievement proves the agency's full support for President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s vision of a bagong Pilipinas, a nation that is digitally inclusive, resilient, and future-ready. And in our business news, the Department of Trade and Industry, or DTI, on Monday said the planned expansion of the Indian healthcare firm NephroPlus will improve renal care access while stimulating the country's healthcare economy. Known as the Asia's largest dialysis network, NephroPlus is currently operating 39 dialysis centers nationwide. The firm aims to expand by opening 150 clinics by 2028, a move announced following President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.'s official visit to India. Aside from clinics, NephroPlus also set to deploy artificial intelligence treatment monitoring in the country. In a statement, DTI Secretary Cristina Roque said the NephroPlus expansion brings more than new clinics, but also delivers hope to thousands of Filipinos who rely on regular dialysis. She added that it will build stronger foundations in the country's healthcare economy, and about 1,000 job positions are expected to be open for Filipinos. The NephroPlus move complements the Bagong Pilipinas' vision of Marcos administration, which seeks to provide life-saving services closer to Filipinos, especially in disadvantaged areas. Meanwhile, airline company Cebu Pacific, or CEB, announced on Monday the increase in frequencies to international destinations in the coming months. Flights between Cebu and Bangkok, Thailand will increase from 3 to 4 times weekly beginning October 26. Starting October 28, CEB will hike the frequency of flights between Manila and Da Nang, Vietnam from daily to 10 times weekly, offering twice daily flights on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. CEB will also start operating daily flights between Manila and Sapporo, Japan, starting December 10. Flights between Manila and Melbourne, Australia will increase from 4 to 5 weekly beginning December 12. In a news release, CEB President Sander Lau said that the additional frequencies reflect the carrier's ongoing commitment to provide more accessibility, flexibility, and convenience to passengers. He added that the increased connectivity plays a key role in stimulating tourism, enabling business opportunities, and strengthening economic ties with neighbors in the Asia Pacific region. And those are the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Headlines. For more news updates, visit our website pna.gov.ph or our Facebook and X account, Philippine News Agency. You may also watch the Pna Headlines through the Philippine News Agency's YouTube account and via the News and Information Bureau website under PNA News. I am William Theo. This is the Pna Headlines, bringing you stories that unite the nation.